Hey explorers, in this 8-minute video, it appears that I'm very solemn. I was only grappling with a lot that's going on in the world today. I recorded this message from a place of love. I hope that you receive it in that manner. Thank you for viewing.
Hello, beautiful, blessed people. Welcome back. I'm Dr. Moby the Explorer. And I have a message that I will make brief. And I hope that it is a message that you will share. There's been a lot of things going on social media, but more importantly, going on in the world today. As we look at what's going on in Nigeria, what's going on in different states in the United States, and all that is going on in the world. As a dreamer, I envision, like so many other of you and many of our forefathers, that Africans would be in a different place. It's 2020. We should all be having productive ideas and conversations. We should be sharing our values and belief. We should be helping one another. We should progress toward building a community of like-minded people in Africa as well as the diaspora. In essence, we should be liberated by now in thought, working toward a common goal, a common mission, and that is to build communities that are developing young minds, educating ourselves. Commerce happens within our own communities. Families are birthing children who are proud to be African. But what we see on social media, what we see in the world, it's happening in small numbers. We have a common enemy, and those are people who refuse to allow us to thrive and grow. They are the people who are sidetracking our collective ideas. They are sidetracking our progress, our relationships. Blacks globally are suffering as a people. We are suffering as a people with economic deprivation. We are suffering with a poverty mindset. We are suffering with not understanding or having knowledge of one another, perpetuating the cycles of dysfunction. We were brought over in the various parts of the world and dropped off and shackled. And some were left on the African continent and still shackled. It's time to break the chains. And it starts with the mind first. We can't tolerate our family members being left in ignorance. We have no more time for that. We have got to promote a deeper sense of connection between us. I come to social media to learn from others, in the hope that others can learn from me, and together we can grow and glow. But what I'm seeing in the state in which I live in, on the internet, is that we are harming one another. And I understand why and how this happens. I understand it. But we have no more time for it. James Baldwin said something, and I'm not going to say it verbatim, but the essence of what he said is it's okay to disagree and still love one another. It's not until the disagreement is rooted in oppression and the denial of humanity and the right to exist then that's when it becomes a problem. Until then, shake that off and keep moving. Therefore, dialogue in public spaces and forums, if they are not to inform, then they should be behind closed doors. Right? Our common enemy are those who don't want to see us thrive. They don't want to see us thrive. That's the enemy. They don't need to see the dysfunction in public spaces. So I ask you, how do we build a stable foundation? It is not about the arrival. Once you learn the history of how I was dropped off here, my ancestors were dropped off here, and your ancestors were dropped off somewhere else. Once you learn the history, what do you do with the journey? It's not about how we arrived, it's the journey. I want to take you with me, you take me with you. And let's journey through life and share our lived experiences so that they could help you grow and me grow and others to grow. But we share them in respect. We share them in love. We share them so that we can learn to do better. It doesn't come from a place of malice. It doesn't come from a harmful heart, because we don't have time for that right now. So before I travel, whenever we can travel, but before I travel again and before many of you start to think about moving to Africa and different places throughout the world, I am going to say, make sure you seek a new destination that lands you to a new pathway to thought, to behavior, to seeing people and things differently. Leave your comments. I know it's not all of us, but it's too many of us. Too many of us. Just remember, the journey is what's important. It's not the arrival. Be safe. Be blessed.